All right, here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Lesson 40. We are on it. And I'm so happy to be here tonight. You guys just don't even know. There's nowhere else I'd rather be except maybe in, I don't know, like Fernando de Noronha. All right, let's do this. If this is your first time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe right now because you're gonna get a chance to be better at English. And isn't that what you want? That's why you're here. All right, let's start. Kelly, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, teacher.
World traveler. How would you ask? Ela trabalha com você?
She works with you. No.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. I will.
Does she work with you?
Does she work with you? Now, would you say we never say she works with you?
No, she works with you is an affirmative phrase.
Yeah. So, well, it's an affirmative sentence, but it can also be an affirmative question, right? So it can be what I call confirmation question, which is when I'm not asking for new information, but I'm just confirming something that somebody said. So, for example, I didn't know that she works with you, and you tell me she works with me. I say, she works with you, right? So I'm not asking for new information. So we have those, a lot of people call them affirmative questions. I call them confirmation questions because almost always we use them when we're confirming something. So for example, João looks like, he looks like he's Brazilian, and João tells me that he is Swiss. And I say, you're Swiss? Right? So I'm not, because I wouldn't say, are you Swiss? Because he just told me he's Swiss. Right? So it would be a little redundant maybe if I ask him something that he just told me without it being what I call confirmation question. And the way that we form those then is just putting it in as if it were a regular statement, like I'm hungry. I'm hungry, right? You're hungry. You're hungry, right? So it's just the same. The grammar and the structure and everything is the same as if it were a regular statement, but I put it into a question by the inflection at the end, just like in Portuguese. So those are the situations where we use those kinds of questions, which obviously we don't always use, and we use them much less than we use a regular one, but that is how we do that. All right, João, say, ela trabalha comigo.
She works with me.
Kelly, somos colegas de trabalho.
We are work colleagues.
Good. So you can use colleagues. What do you remember the other one, João? The other way to say there's colleagues, and what's the other one?
Co-worker.
Co-worker. In this case, co-workers, because we are. And what's the difference, João? Explain it to us. What's the difference between a co-worker and a colleague?
Co-worker are two people, for example, working in some place and office, for example. Colleagues are colleagues of profession. Profession, yes. Because, for example, IT analysts or doctors.
Good. I wonder why you used IT analysts. That's not vocabulary that most of my students know. Is it because you're an IT analyst, maybe?
Information technology analyst.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm just giving you a hard time, but yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Just one thing here. The way that I like to help my students with this one is if you think of ovo, egg, example. Can you repeat that, João?
Example,
For example.
for example.
Yeah, so just make sure it's not an S, but it's a Z, instead of example, but that's better. Good. Kels, how would you say o marido dela vem junto?
Her husband come together.
Okay, come together. Okay, so I don't even think that's the right song, but there's a reason that I asked that, because there's a little rule about together that is special. Do you remember I don't know if you haven't been here in forever, so I don't think you heard the little rule about together. You've
I
been
don't
all
think
over
so.
you've been all over that map behind you. João, do you remember what the little rule of the little trick about together is? No? Together in English needs two people. So in the sentence, her husband comes together. How many people are in that sentence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many people?
At least 3.
In that sentence, there's only the husband. Her
No,
husband.
the husband and the wife.
Where's the wife in that sentence? Which word is the wife?
She.
What?
Her.
I didn't remember. Oh, but her in this sentence, her husband comes
Yeah.
together is what is her here? What does it mean?
Dela.
Dela ou seu. Então não é ela, é seu, de seu marido ou o marido dela. So she's not in this sentence. There's only the husband. So it doesn't work. Okay. So what do we have to do? We have to add a person. How can we add someone to this sentence in order to use together? Let's get creative.
She and her no.
Yeah. And her
And
husband.
her husband. She and her husband.
Then what?
I don't know. Came
Yes, you do.
together. Came
It's
together.
It's not the past. Eles vêm, não vieram.
Come
Yeah, that's it.
together.
That's one of the options. Perfect. She and her husband come together. Or her husband, another option. Her husband comes together
With she.
with who?
If she, no. With her.
With her, right? Her
2 times
husband.
her.
Because não é ela. Ok, vocês têm que
See,
lembrar.
yes.
So
Yes.
her, so we have the 4 forms. Even though you said
Mhm.
yes, I'm still going to explain it. We have she, her, hers. So one of these is this her, and one of them is this her. This one is this her. This one is that her. Because she's the object. Okay, because the husband is the one who is actually acting. He's the agent. He's the one who's actually acting. She is being acted upon, meaning she's not coming with him. He's coming with her. So if I say, ela está vindo com ele, Kelly, how would you say, ela está vindo com ele?
She's coming with him.
Good, exactly. Because now, ela está agindo, ele está sendo agido, ele está recebendo a ação. So then he becomes the second column, the object pronoun. Okay, and the ironic thing here is that if I say her husband comes together with her, I don't even need together, right? If I say with her, I can just say her husband comes with her. And I don't even need together. One thing that I want to make clear here as well is that this is when I say her husband, I forgot what I was going to say. That's fantastic. Yeah, hopefully I'll remember at some point. But so her husband comes with her, she and her husband come together. Another, you could also say they. If you already know who it is, you could also say they come together. But whatever it is, we need two people. That's what I was going to say. I just want to make sure that we know that this, if we say she and her husband come together, her husband comes with her, that we're saying something that is habit or routine. Right? So I'm not saying eles vêm na ideia que estão vindo. If it's now, I would have to say she and her husband are coming together. Okay, so if I want to say something that's happening now, so here this is quando eles vêm juntos. Quando eles vêm, costume o hábito. Here, estão vindo juntos. Which in Portuguese I can say, eles vêm juntos, eu posso colocar sempre, ou eles vêm juntos amanhã. Para dizer alguma coisa que está acontecendo, eles estão vindo juntos. Onde in English we have that more of a separation there, usually. Okay, João, ask, vocês todos trabalham juntos?
How are you working together?
Okay, did you say all are you?
Yes.
Okay, so what does all are you mean?
Todos vocês?
No,
Everything.
all are is right? Ou são, nesse caso. So I think you just switched you got the all right, all of you instead of all are you.
All of you.
Okay, so of all of you. So what was the rest of your sentence?
Are work together.
Everybody, se tiver to be, tem que ter.
Working.
ing.
Working.
And the sentence that I gave you, was it a question or a statement?
Question.
Question. So, like I said, this is one where I'm surprised, right? I didn't know that you were all working together. I'm like, all of you are working together? But that's a confirmation question. What's the regular question?
I don't remember, but
So if we have to be in a question, where does it go? Almost always. For example, tell me that I'm American. Tell me that I'm American.
You are American.
Now ask me if I'm American.
Are you American?
What did you do? What did you do?
Are you American?
Are you American? So where does to be go in a question almost always?
Are.
At the beginning.
Are before.
So
are you working together?
Are you? And then, yeah, good. You don't need it, but you can put all Are you working together? Good.
I have a
Very good.
question.
No,
Yeah.
this was João's. You can't ask a question. Okay, go ahead.
Can I make a question? Do you
Ask a
all
question.
work? Yes. Do you all work together?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So now tell me, that's a very good point. What is the difference if I ask, are you all working together, or do you all work together?
I think are you all working together is like at this time, at the same time, are you working right now?
Exactly. That's the difference. So, vocês estão trabalhando juntos e vocês trabalham juntos. Costume o hábito, right? Which is what I was, the idea that I was trying to get across last time. This is the main difference, because in Portuguese, I can use vocês todos trabalham juntos. I can use that to say something that's happening now, or I can use it to say something that's always. I can use it in either form, because we don't use vocês todos estão trabalhando juntos. Não uso tanto quanto vocês todos trabalham juntos. Okay? But in English, there's a little bit more of the definition between these two is a little bit more clear on which one we should use. Very good point. Let's see here. Next one is Kelly, say, eu deveria sair agora.
I should come right now.
Okay, what does come mean?
Come is here.
No,
I
now I
should-
eared. Wait. Let's answer the question. What does come mean?
Come. Vir.
Uh-huh. Vir, okay, good.
Yes.
Not ir
it's-
and not sair. Good.
Sair is go out. I should go out right now.
No. So, go out. Go out is sair.
I should leave.
Yes. So go
I
out.
should leave.
We
out
most
is sair.
often we most often use go out for entretenimento. Okay, that's the most often when we use the verb to go out, we use it for entretenimento. So if you say, I should go out now, it means you need a vacation. You need to go out on the town and have dinner and have a few drinks, go to a movie maybe. I should go out tonight, for example. Exactly. So if we want to specifically say sair, then we're going to use leave. I don't think I spelled it right, but you know what I mean. All right. João, tell me, eles vão sair. Oops, sorry. Sair não. Eles vão chegar aqui em 1 hora. Eles vão chegar aqui em 1 hora. Ou daqui 1 hora.
Daqui a 1 hora. Eita.
Yeah, so it's the same as if we say em 1 hora, because we don't say daqui, we just say em 1 hora. In English, in Portuguese, everybody says daqui 1 hora.
He are going arrive at 1 hour.
Okay, so what was it? What was the beginning in Portuguese? Who's going to?
He.
No,
They.
in Portuguese. They, yeah, eles, right?
Yes.
Eles vão chegar, they
are arrive.
Okay, so they are arrive. Everybody, se tiver to be, tem que ter ing. They are arriving. So you can say they are arriving, or you can say they are going to arrive, either one, because this is something in the futuro próximo, right? In the near future. So they are
in the first trying, I said they are going to arrive.
No, you didn't say that. Maybe you wanted to say that, but that's not what came out of your mouth. But that would be right. If you had said that, it would be correct. Yes. So and then they are going to arrive, and then the rest daqui uma hora ou em uma hora. So, and you said at.
Yes.
So they are going to arrive. Do you want to try? I'll give you one more chance to try a different preposition. It's not at.
Not at.
That's a good guess, though, because when we talk about time, like time on your watch, then we use at. In, that's it. Good.
1 hour.
In. So generally, remember, we're going to use an for hour instead of one. You can use one, but it's usually only if in 1 hour instead of two. So if there's a reason that I need to emphasize that it's 1 hour, then I use one. It's not wrong to say one, but it's just more, you will more commonly hear an instead of one. They're going to arrive in an hour, in 1 hour. Good. What's Kelly, what's the way to say this that's a little bit less formal?
They will arrive.
They will arrive.
No, they.
Ah, now I heard it. Now I heard it. First time I heard day. I'm telling you, I heard day because you said no, it's not day.
In 1 hour.
Okay, that's another way to say it, but it's not technically less formal. Some people find it easier, but not necessarily less formal. What is the less formal verb, the phrasal verb for arrive?
Get it. No, I get it.
Get it can be
no.
something good, but not necessarily not necessarily chegar. Or it can also be something very bad. So it's good or bad. Very good or very bad.
I can't remember.
John's grandson. John grandson. Do you remember?
No.
No. The verb is get here.
To get.
And I said chegar aqui, right? So they'll arrive here. I change it to aqui.
Get here, get there, get to somewhere.
There you go. There you go.
E o que eu falei? Eu não falei get, não?
You said they will arrive in 1 hour.
No, I said get.
Did you? I'm going to have to play that back, and we have a recording of it now. If you did, I will give you 1 hail. There you go. There you go. You'll get a prize of 1 hail if you did. So they're going to get here in an hour. Kelly, how would you say e eu ainda não comi?
I'm hungry. I didn't eat yet.
Okay, so there are a lot of native speakers who would say that, but there's a better way to say it. Because, yeah, can you think of the better way to say it?
No.
Because remember, how would you say eu já comi?
I already ate.
Okay, I already ate is very used as well. How would you say eu já fui para o Rio?
I've been in Rio
And not
already.
in. Remember, we don't use in as much. What did you say?
I've been
I've been good.
to Rio.
I've been to Rio, right? So it's usually easier to remember when we should use present perfect when it's something that is positive. Something that, so I've been to Rio. Why did you use I've been to Rio? Why didn't you say I went to Rio?
I went to Rio is when I was in Rio and I'm not in Rio anymore, and I don't know.
Okay.
I've been to Rio is true, it's the same.
So I went to Rio gives the idea of something that isn't going to happen again. So if I say I went to Rio, either I'm going to say I went to Rio in 2010, or I'm going to say I went to Rio, but I didn't like it. If I say I went to Rio, but I didn't like it, that gives the idea that I'm not planning on going back. The door is shut. If I say I've been to Rio and I loved it, by using the present perfect, I'm leaving the door open to go back. And so that's one of the main uses of the present perfect is for something that we did in the past. It's 1 foot in the past, 1 foot in the present, because I did it and I can do it again. So I can go back to Rio. So I say I've been to Rio. Now, tell me, João, can I go back to Rio in 2010? What is go back?
No.
What does go back mean?
Both are.
Yes. So I can't go back to Rio in 2010. So then I have to use simple past. I can't say I have gone to Rio in 2010 because 2010 is over. The door is shut. Then I have to say I went to Rio. If I say I have gone to Rio in 2022, the door is still open on 2022. I can still go this month before 2022 is over. So I can use present perfect. So it's easier. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's easier to remember when we use present perfect when it is a statement, a positive statement, an affirmative sentence. Sometimes it's harder to remember to use present perfect when it's negative. So in this sentence that I already forgot, e eu ainda não comi. So, não comi no passado, 1 foot in the past, e essa coisa continua e pode continuar. Eu posso continuar a não comer. Kelly, what do you think I will use to say e eu ainda... So, the sentence before was eles vão chegar em 1 hora e eu ainda não comi. I will help you. There.
And my God. I don't know. And I didn't eat.
Okay. So but I'm still not eating, right? I'm continuing. It's 1 foot in the past, 1 foot in the present. I'm continuing to not eat.
And I've eaten yet.
Close. No. So what happens instead of
não,
I've...
Tem que ter um negativo, né? E eu não comi ainda.
Good.
I didn't.
Didn't is simple past.
No. Wait. I haven't.
There we go.
Eaten.
And that's
I
where
haven't
the not...
eaten.
Not eaten, but eaten.
Eaten yet.
Good. That's it. So the thing to remember here is he wanted to say, I've not. Right? But where does the not go? Well, I've not eaten yet is possible. Yes, I've not eaten yet, but I don't know anyone who speaks like that. To me, it might be British. It sounds kind of weird. I've not eaten yet. That's a terrible British accent, by the way. So, and I haven't eaten yet is how we would say that in American English, because it's the possibility of not eating, continuing to not eat, goes on and on. João, how would you say ele vai viajar?
He are going to travel.
How many he's? Is he in this sentence singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular. So it's not going to be are unless it's you. That's the only singular are.
He is going to travel.
He is going to travel. Good. Kels, aonde ele vai?
Where is he goes?
Goes? Por que goes?
Because it's he.
Because it's he, but it's with he and is.
What does he go?
What was the second word? I
Where?
didn't hear.
Para onde ele vai, não é?
Uh-huh.
Where is he go?
Everybody, se tiver to be, tem que ter ing. Se tiver
Where is he
ing,
going?
Where is he going?
Where is he going?
My goodness. I need to make a t-shirt and send it to you guys. All right. So where is he going? Onde ele está indo? And if you say aonde ele vai todo dia?
Eu?
Yeah.
Onde ele vai todos os dias? Where is he going every day?
So where is he going every day is aonde ele está indo
todos os
todo
dias.
dia. Eu quero saber costume ou hábito, onde ele vai.
Where he has been going every day.
Okay, where has he been going every day? Works. That's nice. I like it. And you can also use the simple present. Where does he go every day? So where does he go every day gives that idea of something that he usually does. Where has he gone gives the idea of where he has been going, but not necessarily where he has the habit and the routine of going, but both would work in that situation, depending on the feeling that you want to give it. Good stuff. All right, let's look at some things here. I think we talked a little bit in the last lesson about this, so this is going to be some review, or maybe not. Maybe this is the first time, and then the next lesson we're going to review it. But would, could, should, must, may, and might are modal verbs. And the thing that we need to remember about modal verbs is I call them parasite verbs, because you can almost never use them unless they're connected to something. So I can't see Kelly on the street and say, "Hey, Kelly, come here, let's talk." And Kelly comes over and I say, "Kelly, would." Huh? So what does would mean by itself? Who can tell me what would means? If I just say would, what does it mean?
Poderia?
Poderia is could. Would is just ia. Só.
Ia.
So yeah.
I would like, eu gostaria, mas é o like que é gostar e o would que é ia. So if I just say would, I'm saying ia. Hey, Kelly, ia. Ia okay. And that's why I call them parasite verbs, because ia needs something. I can't just say ia, it doesn't make any sense unless it's connected to something. It has to have that connection. So if I say, I would like to see you tomorrow, gostaria de te ver amanhã. If I were rich, I would be happy. Eu estaria feliz se eu estivesse rico. So, then we can put would with almost all of the verbs. We just can't put it with verbs that are auxiliary verbs. So for example, the example that I like to use of when we can't put would with a verb is with the auxiliary verb can. So if we wanted to say poderia, it would make sense that we would say would can, right? Can é pode, would, ia poder, ou poderia, would can, but we can't. But like you just said, we have could. And look at this. This is interesting. What is could? Could is the C from can and the ud from would. So basically, we took ia poder, smashed them together, and then we got could. And that's poderia. But it's not just poderia. Would is ia. That's simple enough. Could is poderia, podia, and pode in the past. Okay, so again, could is poderia, podia, and pode and the other forms in the past. So it's those three. All three of those, for all three of those, we can use could. Should, same kind of thing. What is should? What do we translate should as?
Poderia também.
Deveria.
Deveria. É mais forte. Ainda é a minha opinião, mas é mais forte. So, should, and should also has three. So, deve, devia, deveria are all should. Deve, devia, deveria. So when we use those, then we're going to use should. What about must?
Must é tipo obrigatório. Você deve fazer, é uma obrigação.
Good. Só que eu discordo com alguém quando as pessoas dizem que deve é obrigação. Deve é o que você deveria fazer, right? Não é exatamente o seu dever. Você deve comer saudável, mas não tem que. So when we say must, so para mim, and I could be wrong, but for me, deve in Portuguese doesn't give 100% obligation. Tem que, for me, is 100% obligation. Senão o bicho vai pegar. And that's the medida that I use. The measurement that I use is for must and for have to, those two, must and have to, it's 100% obligation. Se não fizer, o bicho vai pegar. There's going to be serious consequences because there's no room for you to say, no, it's 100% obligation. Where should, or deve, is, I like to use the example, if my doctor says you should eat healthy food. Okay, everybody should eat healthy food, right? Okay, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But if my doctor says you must eat healthy food or you have to eat healthy food, that means I could die if I don't. There's going to be something very serious that happens if I don't do it. It's 100% obligation. So for me, that's that difference between must and should. And then may and might are both used as pode, depending on the situation, pode ou possivelmente. I like to translate it sometimes as possivelmente or talvez. And then may also has the special way to ask for permission, like can also has. But in most cases, it's going to be talvez or possivelmente or pode. Okay, so these 6 modal verbs here express duty, dever, ability, habilidade, or possibility. So yeah, so this is the second time that we've seen this, but last time in the last lesson, we talked about would, these would, could, should, must, may, might. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about might and may. So there are, I've seen teachers, I've seen even in books that separate might and may and say, make sure that you get these right, that might is more, may is less. Don't worry too much. Okay, don't worry about might and may. In American English, I'm going to tell you a secret. In American English, might is more, is more used. Might is more used and more informal. And may is less used and more formal. So might is more informal. May is more formal. Might is what we use most of the time. Now, what the books say and what many teachers teach is that you use might for menos certeza, when you're less sure, and you use may when you are more sure. Quando você tem mais certeza, you use may. Don't worry about that. Might, just go with might is menos formal, may is mais formal. So in most situations, you're just going to use might. I might go. I don't have any friends that say, I may go. All of my friends say, I might go. I might do that. I might be there tomorrow. I might come see you. It's not, I mean, I don't mean to say that nobody says it, but I personally don't know many people that do. Like personal friends. I know some people that do, but they speak more formally. Some people that speak more formally use it, but don't use it as often. And I don't believe that they use it to say that something is more likely or they're more sure of something. I think they use it to be more formal because they have a more formal way of speaking. So both of these express possibility. So some examples here. Kelly, can you read the first sentence, please?
I might go with you.
João, second one.
I might rain tomorrow.
You might rain?
It might rain tomorrow.
Yes, good. If you rain, I would, that would be scary to see you rain.
I don't rain.
That'd be like you skydiving without a parachute or something. It's raining, João. Okay, Kelly, next sentence.
Flamengo might win.
Except it's Flamengo, so they probably won't. Just kidding.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
João.
Flamengo is school. Willy might dance in class.
Right? So there's a possibility.
Yes.
There's a possibility. I do it a lot, but I don't do it every time. So there's a chance. There's probably a good chance, but there's also a chance that I don't. So it's possible. So talvez, I like to translate these as talvez eu vá, talvez chove, talvez Flamengo ganhe, e talvez eu dance. Okay, so that's the first, our first little look at may and might. Now, when we talk about must, there are two main meanings that we have for must. Like I said, 100% obligation is you must do something. It's a more formal way to say that someone has 100% obligation. The second meaning, though, is supposition, just like in Portuguese. So, for example, if I say, my internet is terrible. Am I freezing up for you guys?
Yes.
Yes, for João, no for Kelly. Okay.
For a moment.
Okay. If I say you must go to the hospital, then either you're a doctor and you have to go to work, or you might die. Right? If I say you must go to the hospital and you're not a doctor, then maybe either somebody you know is there in the hospital, or if you don't go to the hospital, you're going to die. 100% obligation. Now, number two, supposition, you're a doctor, you must go to the hospital a lot. Here, Kelly, am I saying that there is 100% obligation to go to the hospital?
No.
No.
Yes.
Right.
No. No.
No
Not-
or yes? No. Yes. Yes. No. No.
Hmm.
So here I'm just saying, it's like, for example, what's something you do a lot, Kelly?
I go to the farmers,
Okay.
to the
to the-
farm. I'm
to-
going to the farm a lot. I go to the farm a lot.
Okay. So then I could say, you must like going to the farm,
Yes, it's a supposition. Yes.
right? So I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you are obligated
Mhm.
I'm not saying you are obligated to like going to the farm, but I'm
But
saying
my boss can say you should go to the farm every day.
which is not must, right? So
Yeah.
that's the difference also between must and should. Should is someone giving their opinion, thinking about something that I like to say that should is like probably about 80% obligation. You're not obligated if someone says should. They're giving
Mhm.
you that what they think that you need to do, but it's not 100% obligation. Where must, number one, is 100% obligation. Number two is no obligation. It's like 0% obligation. So for example, if João plays tennis every day, then I could say, João, you play tennis every day, you must be good. So I like to say, for the supposition of must, I like to say, deve ser que seja. Right? It's not, I'm just saying, well, that must be, right? There's no obligation. João could play tennis every day and be terrible. I mean, some people play tennis every day for 20 years and they suck. So there's no obligation. Maybe they have no talent, but they really like tennis. So there's no
Maybe
obligation.
Maybe
Go ahead.
if we take off a lot of this phrase, it's an obligation, right?
It totally depends on the way that I say it. If I say
Depends
you
the way.
must go to the hospital, then it's obligation. Good point. If I say you must go to the hospital, right? So
Mhm.
there's a little bit of inflection at the end, and we pass over the must when it's supposition. When it's obligation, the must gets the emphasis. You must go to the hospital. Come on,
Mhm.
man. Your head is bleeding. You must go to the hospital. And I wouldn't even use must. I would say you have to go to the hospital, because must is more formal. And when we have a choice to use must or have to for tem que, I would say probably 80 to 90% of the time, most American English speakers are going to use have to, because it's the less formal, unless obviously it's a formal situation, and then they would use must. Okay. Any questions on that? If not, then make sure, if you're watching us later, on top of Kelly's face, I am going to put a video about something else I'm going to present in this lesson. So don't miss it. Make sure you continue watching over on Kelly's face. Thanks, guys, for being here. I will see you on Wednesday. And that is if Kelly's not in Germany or Austria or, I don't know, Luxembourg. Who knows where else she goes. See you guys on Wednesday.
See you, teacher.
And don't forget to